armed forces institutions expressed deep condolences before the bier of the great leader Kim Jong-il. When the whole country seized with a deep sorrow at the unexpected sad news of the demise of the great leader Kim Jong-il, General Secretary of the Workers' Party of Korea, Chairman of the National Defense Commission of the Democratic People's Republic of Korea, and Supreme Commander of the Korean People's Army, the morning service was held solemnly before the bier of respected Kim Jong-il in Pyongyang, the capital of revolution, on the 20th. Kim Jong-un, Vice Chairman of the Central Military Commission of the Workers' Party of Korea, together with senior officials of the party, state and armed forces institutions, visited the bier of the great leader Kim Jong-un and expressed condolences with deepest grief. Present at the morning service together with him were senior officials of the party, state and armed forces institutions, Kim Yong-nam, Choi Yong-nim, Lee Yong-ho, Kim Jong-hee, Kim Yong-chun, Sun Byung-ho, Kim Guk-tae, Kim Ki-nam, Cha Tae-bok, Yang Jong-seok, Lee Yong-moo, Oh Bung-yeon, Kang Seok-chu, Byung Yong-rik, Jang Sung-taek, Kim Jong-gak, Kim Yang-gun, Kim Yong-il, Park Seok-sun, Choi Yong-hae, Kim Gak-hee, Tae Jong-su, Kim Pyong-hae, Lee Jong-dok, Su Kyu-chang, Woo Dong-suk, and Kim Sang-seok. The Kunsusan Memorial Palace, the venue of the morning service, filled with the great sorrow of all the party members, People's Army service persons, and people across the country, was enveloped in a solemn atmosphere. The bier of the great leader Kim Jong-il was laid in state among flowers, covered with a red flag representing his lifelong desire. The face of the great leader Kim Jong-il, the peerless great man, father of all people and the son of humanity, deeply revered and respected by all the Korean army and people and the world people, was so tender, benevolent, and dignified as he was when he was alive. Seen in the front of the bier were the national emblem of the Democratic People's Republic of Korea, along with the years 1942 to 2011. Showing the life of respected Kim Jong-il, who burned his heart with a love for the country and people all his life and passed away so early. Placed there were the shoulder straps of Marshal of the Democratic People's Republic of Korea, the Order of Kim Il-sung, Kim Il-sung Prize, the medals of the Hero of the Republic and the Labor Hero, and many other orders and medals which our army and people presented to respected Kim Jong-il in praise of the great exploits he performed, making devoted efforts through the long, arduous march of Sungun Revolution for the dignity and sovereignty of our socialist fatherland, the legacy of the great leader President Kim Il-sung, and for the eternal prosperity and happiness of the people. A wreath sent by Kim Jong-un, Vice Chairman of the Central Military Commission of the Workers' Party of Korea, was laid by the bier of the great leader Kim Jong-il. Members of the State Funeral Commission were standing by the bier. As a honor of the three services of the Korean People's Army and the Workers' and Red Guards were standing there. Beneath the solemn playing of the dirge, Kim Jong-un entered the hall where the fatherly leader Kim Jong-il is laid in state. The hall was enveloped in great sorrow over so sudden, so early, and so regrettable demise of the fatherly leader Kim Jong-il, who had the supreme command in the forefront of revolution for the prosperity of the country and the happiness of the people, for national reunification and the cause of global independence, and devoted his whole life wearing simple clothes convenient for inspection of the army unit, having not a day's rest. Born as the son of guerrillas on Mount Baekdu, the sacred mountain of revolution, respected Kim Jong-il grew to be a great revolutionary, and regarding it as his lifelong mission to carry forward to completion the revolutionary cause of Juche pioneered by President Kim Il-sung generation after generation, wisely led our party, army and people in the protracted arduous period, performing tremendous exploits lasting in the history of the Korean nation and in human history. The hall turned into a sea of tears. replete with infinite reverence and mourning for the benevolent father of the Korean people, who possessed of all qualities and traits of great men on the highest level, led a revolutionary construction along the road of victory with his profound ideas and theories and uncommon leadership, and thus placed the national dignity and power on the highest plane, and opened an age of prosperity unprecedented in the 5,000-year-long history. Kim Jong-un, together with the senior officials of the party, state, and armed forces institutions accompanying him, observed a moment's silence before the bier of the great leader Kim Jong-il with deepest grief, and went out the bier. The monarchs wept bitterly, beating their chests as if the sky fell down, and were reluctant to leave the bier, feeling so sad at the demise of respected Kim Jong-il, the prominent leader of their party, state, and army, most brilliant Sungun commander, and benevolent father of the people, at a time of historic change, when a turning page is being opened in accomplishing the task of building a prosperous socialist state, and the Korean Revolution is making a vigorous advance through manifold difficulties and trials. The monarchs, having their determination to change great sorrow into strength and courage, remain loyal to the guidance of Kim Jong-un, the closest revolutionary comrade of great Kim Jong-il, great successor to the revolutionary cause of Juche, an outstanding leader of our party, army, and people. Firmly defend and further exalt Korean-style socialism centered on the popular masses, united single-mindedly around him, our destiny and future, and vigorously fight for the reunification of the country and the realization of global independence, so as to realize the lifelong desire of respected Kim Jong-il. The Korean army and people will hold the great leader Kim Jong-il in high respect forever, with unshakable faith and noble moral obligation, make no slightest concession and deviation on the road of Juche Revolution, Sungun Revolution, true to its behest, and resolutely defend his immortal revolutionary exploits and glorify them for all ages. The Korean people are filled with bitter sorrow over the demise of the father of the nation, who energetically worked day and night for the prosperity of the socialist fatherland and the happiness of the people all his life. Now the Korean army and people's loyalty and sense of obligation to the great leader, the father of the people, are growing more ardent than ever before. They are resolutely rising up and changing their sorrow into great strength and courage, with a noble sense of moral obligation and immutable faith and will to hold the great Kim Jong-un in high esteem forever and glorify his feat for all ages. The hearts of all service persons of the people's army and people are replete with a pledge to make neither an inch of concession nor an inch of deviation on the road of the future revolution, the Sungun Revolution, through the behest of great Kim Jong-il. The Korean people have suffered a bitter great loss, but are resolutely rising up as they have great Kim Jong-un. Standing in the van of the Korean Revolution is Kim Jong-un, great successor to the revolutionary cause of Juche, and prominent leader of our party, army, and people. He is another great man produced by Korea, who is identical with Kim Jong-il. No force on earth can block the revolutionary advance of our party, army, and people under the wise leadership of Kim Jong-un. The great leader Kim Jong-il will always be with us.
Now, all the citizens and people of Korea are paying highest respect to leader Kim Jong-il, who performed the immortal exploits for the prosperity of the country and the human cause of independence, and are filled with a burning resolve to hold him in high esteem forever, and accomplish the cause of building a prosperous nation under the leadership of Kim Jong-un. Today, the Democratic People's Republic of Korea has strong political and military foundations for creditably advancing the revolutionary cause of Juche generation after generation, and a solid foundation for the eternal prosperity of the country and the nation. Respected Kim Jong-un is standing in the van of the struggle to carry forward to completion the revolutionary cause of Juche. Kim Jong-un is an outstanding thinker and theoretician and most brilliant Sungun commander, to guide the revolution and construction along the road of victory with the idea and leading method of Kim Jong-il. He studied